My name is Karina and thank you so much for joining me. Today we'll be going through a 50-minute power flow that will be focusing on the functional line of the body. The classes which I prepare usually follow the myofascial meridians, and if you don't know what the functional line is, it's basically a line of tension that runs through the body, mostly through movements that require stabilization or a counterweight from the opposite side of the body. So if that doesn't mean anything, if you imagine a baseball thrower, to gain or to access power, they require stabilization through the front of the left leg and power coming through the right. So that stabilization, or that finding that counterweight of stability from the opposite side, is known as the functional line. Throughout the class, we'll also be working a lot of figure 4, so a bit of your front line or deep front line, working through the hip flexors throughout this class. Please do take everything at the level at which feels most comfortable for you. This is just an indication, and I'll give you as many options as you require. All that you'll need for this class is a mat. If you do have sensitive knees, please just grab a blanket for your knees, but otherwise, when you're ready, just coming into a comfortable seated meditative pose. Finding a soft length through the spine. I want you to take notice of the sounds around you. To ground into the practice altogether, we take one long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, audible sigh out. We do that again. Take one long, slow, deep breath in. Exhale, audible sigh out. Very gently closing the mouth, breathing in through the nostrils. So inhale to the belly, rib cage, chest, heart, throat, pause. And then as you exhale, it's a slow, empty all the way down through the nostrils. 3 more rounds just like that, breathing in, belly, rib cage, chest, heart, throat, pause. And as you exhale, empty, empty, empty. Last 2 rounds, breathing in. Pause. Breathing out. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. To complete this round of breath work, we take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh. Very gently peel the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. So when you're ready, I want you can either keep the eyes open or closed. I want you to just very gently roll through the neck. So if this is your first practice for the day, roll through the neck. You can move anti-clockwise or clockwise, moving in whichever direction works best for you. And for as long as feels right for you. Noticing any cricks or cracks. When you feel that you've taken enough movement, bring the chin parallel to mat. Find a soft length through the spine, hands to the tops of the thighs. As you inhale, shrug the shoulder heads forward. Exaggerate the motion. Imagine that you're rowing a boat. For 3, for 2, for 1. Shrug the shoulder heads up and back. Open up across the collarbone. Noticing any stiffness. Again for 3. Shoulder heads all the way up to earlobes for 2. For 1. Bring the hands towards the fronts of the knees. Cat-cow variation in a seated position. I'll turn to the side so that you can see this from the side. As you inhale, we'll pull the heart open, bend into the elbows, look up, open the throat. As you exhale, shrug shoulder heads forward, chin towards collarbone, hollow out through the belly. 3 more rounds. Inhale, pull the heart forward, bend into the elbows, look up. Exhale, shrug shoulder heads forward, hollow out through belly, hang back. Last round, inhale, pull the heart forward, open up. Exhale, shrug shoulder heads forward, bore the belly in towards the spine. Hold your breath after exhalation here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Imagining that I've placed a rectangle around the diaphragm, and I want you to touch, or imagine that your rib cage, your diaphragm, will be touching all 4 corners of that rectangle. We're going to be moving in the right direction first. So moving in the right direction first, you want to touch the front right, back, left front. Front right, back right, left front. And if this movement becomes a little bit more fluid, it becomes a little bit more circular. And just noticing if your body is asking to be moved fast or slow. This is a really beautiful way of waking up the spine. If it feels slightly awkward, just close the eyes. It doesn't look a particular way, it just feels a particular way. Keep staying with this sensation of flow for 3, for 2, for 1. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Soft length through the spine, moving in the opposite direction. So front left, back left, back right, front left, back right, front right. And again, if this movement becomes a little bit more fluid, it feels a little bit more circular as opposed to rectangular or square. The angles soften, the body softens. Just as you awaken the spine, feel free to allow the shoulders to roll in, the head to roll in, whatever feels best. Stay with this for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, soft length through the spine. Exhale, deep breath out. Gaze forward, plant the palms, roll over the fronts of the shins, come into your child's pose towards the back end of the mat. Big toes together, knees out wide. Inch the fingertips slightly further forward as you come into your child's pose. Allow the forehead to rest on the mat and allow the breath to become really, really heavy. And by that, I mean really elongating out your inhale and your exhale. Just taking 3 long, slow, deep breaths here. As you stay with your breath, I want you to also set your intention. And by that, I mean really focusing on being present, acknowledging how you would like to feel for the rest of your day, starting with this practice. Good. Taking your last deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Very gently gaze up between the thumbs. We're going to take 5 to 7 rounds of any intuitive movement. So intuitive movement, you can press hips out towards the left, hips out towards the right. Cat-cow variation, shifting forward and back. Oh, microphone. And just notice how your body's asking to be moved. Perhaps lingering in the spots that feel extra tender. On your next inhale, slow draw forward, come into your tabletop. So there will be a little bit of pressure on the wrist, so it's always good to prepare. Just bringing the shoulder heads above the wrist. I want you to just start wrist clocking, so taking the shoulder head beyond the fingertips as you start revolving the fingertips towards the thighs. So it's a slight sway through the body, the upper body. As we slowly, slowly start wrist clocking. And each time we're just taking the shoulder heads beyond the fingertips. Once the fingertips are pointing towards the thighs, inhale, slowly draw the chin towards the collarbone. You can press onto the balls of the feet here, and it's a very, very slow lean back. Press into the fingers and the fingertips as you float the heel of the hands up. And then as you exhale, ground the heels down, take the shoulders beyond the heel of the hands. Switching between the two, so tuck the chin in, round through the spine, press into fingers and fingertips, float the heel of the hands up. And then exhale, ground the heel of the hands down. One more round, lean back, hips back towards heels. Lean forward, shoulder heads over the heel of the hands. Very gently wrist clock all the way back, leaning the shoulder heads beyond the fingertips. As you shift from left to right. Beautiful. Inhale, and then very gently come back to your child's pose. Gaze up between the thumbs. So for these next few rounds, I want you to slide the knees out slightly wider. If you have really sensitive knees, super important, just pop a blanket across the mat. So as we inhale, draw forward, slide the knees out so that you're coming onto the soft, the inner edges of the knees. Press the soles of the feet together, draw the heels into the back, and melt the pubic bone down towards the mat. So this is not a back bend. Our focus is really on stretching the inner edges of the thighs. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, very gently ground the feet down, squeeze the knees slightly closer in. We come back to our child's pose. So 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale, slow draw forward, slide the knees out, press into the inner edges of the knees, pull the heart forward, open up, heels towards the back. As you exhale, lower the tops of the feet down, press the knees closer together, child's pose. Final round, inhale, slide the knees out, soft of the knees, heels come together, heel towards the back, open the heart, stay here, melt the pubic bone down for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the knees slightly closer together, flex the feet down towards the mat, press into the balls of the feet, and just assist the body up into your malasana, and perhaps take a couple of steps till this feels really, really comfortable. Palms come to chest. If you're trying to find your comfortable malasana position, you can press triceps to the inner edges of the thighs to create slight resistance. And then very gently release. Keep that same resistance, but without your triceps pressing into the inner edges of the thighs. Draw the belly in and up towards the spine. We're going to start with the right knee first. So if this feels strange, I want you to just take your time as you come into this movement. So very gently tap the right knee down, and we're going to press the right hip flexor forward, come onto the ball of that left foot, and it's almost like a slight back bend. And then very gently, we ground down through that left heel. Use the right hand to help you spin, come back, come into your malasana. 2 more just like that. So we can ground the right hand down, tap the right knee down. Press onto the ball of the left foot. Press the hips forward as though we're leaning back, arching like a bow. Take an inhale. As you exhale, heel comes in, ground the hand down, malasana. On this round, watch the change. As you ground your right hand down, tap the right knee down, curl the right heel behind the hip, right hand towards left toe. So we're finding the opposites here, so that functional line. We revolve, right hand goes behind the back. Now, if you feel that you need to drop your left hand down, that's fine. Curl the right heel in, malasana. 2 more times. So option, you can use hands or no hands. Option, if you want to use the right hand to help you or no hand. Tap the right knee down. Right hand comes towards your left toe. Lean forward. Inhale, bend into your left knee. Curl your right heel in. Palms come to chest. Last round, tap the right knee down. Option to use your hand. Curl the right heel behind the hip. Reach right hand towards your left foot. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Frame your left foot. Curl your right foot behind your right knee. Bring your left foot to the midline of the mat, so on the blade edge, and slide your right foot all the way out. Keep the right knee off the mat. Pull the collarbones forward. We pulse here for 10, 9. So when we bounce like this, we are increasing the glide of the fascia. So we're going to make it easier for when we have a longer term hold, your body won't feel as stiff. The muscles will ease into the longer hold stretch. So from this position, we pause, inhale, straighten, flex the toes up towards the face, nose towards knee. Very gently switch, bend into the left knee, stretch through the hip, pull the heart forward. As you exhale, straighten, flex the toes up towards the face. Last round, bend into that left knee, hold for 3, 2, 1. Shimmy your left foot over towards the right hand and very, very gently ground that left hip down. If it's there for you, I want you to float the right toes up off the mat, float the right knee off the mat, hands next to hips, open up across chest and heart, and we just stay with the intensity of the stretch. Notice the hip flexor as it opens for 5, for 3, for 1. Untuck the foot, release the knee. Bring the hands to either side of the foot and the knee. We float that left hip up and we bring the right knee behind the left ankle. We come into a figure 4 kneeling position. Super important for this position. So untuck the left foot. So you're resting on the top of the foot. If you can, bring your left knee in line with the left heel, just in front of the right knee, and notice that we want to really surrender that left hip forward. We're going to inhale, reach the arms coming all the way up. Interlace the fingers, take the hands behind the head. Inhale, pluck the elbows back. Keep pressing your left hip more forward. Surrender the hips more forward. Don't worry too much about the back bend. Now, inhale, come to straight. Press onto the ball of your right foot. And we look over your left shoulder. Let your left hand reach towards your right heel. So we're taking a bit of a spiral line, a bit of a twist. Press the left hip forward here. Inhale, reach your left hand up. Exhale, left elbow towards your right sole of the foot. Reach your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back bend, press the left hip forward. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, left hand goes behind, press the left hip forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist and reach. Inhale, lift up. Take your last back bend, press your left hip flexor forward. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift to straight. Option here, you can curl your right foot just behind your left knee and you can take a seat, or you can use the hands to guide you just on either side of the hips, and we come into a double pigeon stack. Now, double pigeon stack, left ankle on top of right knee, left knee on top of right ankle. If this feels too much for you, option, just drop that left heel in front of the right knee. So only going as far as feels good for you. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up. Exhale, hands go behind the head. Inhale, pluck the elbows back. As you exhale, I want you to melt the sternum down towards the top of the calf. Even if you have that heel in front of the knee, inhale. As you exhale, melt the sternum down as far as feels comfortable. And then inhale, slowly lift up. Sorry, that was an exhale as you lower down. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist right elbow as though it's going to touch your left toes. You extend that left heel out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower down, flex the toes back towards the knees. Hold here for 3, pluck elbows back for 2, for 1. Inhale, lift up. As you float the left heel forward, flex the toes back, take your twist. Gaze over the shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower down, hold here for a little bit longer. Keep plucking elbows back. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up. This time release the hands, right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Left hand reaches behind you as you extend. Really press into the hands, so flex so that you feel the hamstring and the line of tension behind that left leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gaze forward. Cross your left ankle on top of the right thigh. Come into your reclined pigeon. So reclined pigeon, making sure that the pelvis is touching down on the mat. Hands come behind the thigh. Most important, flexing toes towards their respective knees. And also, if you notice that this left knee is really out of line with the ankle, so it's coming in at an angle, I'd prefer for you to just find that space where your left knee and your left ankle are on the same angle. Bringing in tension from behind the left ankle, just really feeling into that outer edge of the left hip. Stay with your breath here for 3, 2, 1. Release the hands, drop your left foot to the outer edge of the right hip. Curl your right heel towards your right sitting bone. We feel into a slight stretch. Create tension with your left ankle to the top of the right thigh, as though you're pressing your left knee away from you, and gaze over your left shoulder. Hold for 3, for 2, really engaging the outer edge of the hip here actively, for 2, for 1. Inhale, turn towards your right hand side. Press onto your left palm. Lift the chest up, and then you'll press onto your right palm. So watching very carefully, your right foot is on the mat and your left ankle is on the top of the right thigh. Press into your right palm. Press the right hip flexor forward. You can untuck your left toes, melt your left knee as though your left knee is going to touch the ground. So again, you're feeling this quite intensely through the left hip flexor. Open up across the chest and the heart. Gaze down towards your right thumb. Stay with your breath for 3, 2. Keep pressing that left knee away from the body for 1. Press into the left ball of the foot. Press into the right ball of the foot. Straighten, lift the left toes up. Step your left foot further forward. If you've come off the mat, you can come back on. Bend into the left knee, so we bounce here. Again, we bounce to increase the glide, to help the muscles and the fascia perform better, or just to enable the muscles to come into a stretch a lot easier, so you're not feeling that stiffness or that ouch. And then we very gently oscillating movements, so we'll straighten through that left leg, flex the left toes up towards the face. When we bounce, we increase the fluid in the fascia, which allows the muscles, the muscle fibers to move and stretch a lot easier. Very gently switch, bend into the left knee, pull the collarbones, pull across the collarbones. And then we straighten. Last round, bend into the left knee, pull the heart open across the collarbones. And then inhale, slowly sweep the left leg up towards the sky, scorpion the foot, bend into the knee. Step that left foot behind you, lower the hips down. Tap your left knee down. Left hand goes behind the left hip. Press into the front of the left shin and instep of your right foot. We lift up, wild thing variation. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower the right hip down. Right hand behind the right hip. Press into the sole of the left foot. We lift up. Enjoy your wild thing. Gaze down towards your right thumb. Drop your left palm down. Reach the left leg up towards the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left knee in towards the nose, tiger curl. Shoulders beyond fingertips. Exhale, left ankle on top of right thigh, figure 4. Press back into your down dog. Notice your figure 4 here, pressing the left knee down and away from the rib cage. So if you notice that the thigh is curling in towards the rib cage, press it down and away, so it's creating active tension through the outer edge of that left hip. Stay with your breath here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slow draw forward, keeping your figure 4. Just untuck the toes so you're staying on the top of that left foot. Cat-cow variation in this figure 4. Move the palm slightly further forward. So it's inhale. It's a slow, notice that I float the right knee up to release the pressure behind the left ankle, but I'm rolling onto the inner edge of that left thigh. Pull the heart forward as though you're doing a figure 4 high cobra. Exhale, very gently press back. Inhale, slow draw forward. Surrender the hips forward. Pull the heart open. Notice I'm floating the top of the right foot up. Exhale. So there's no pressure coming through that right leg. So inhale, it's just allowing the natural weight or resistance of that right leg. Exhale, very gently bring the right toes behind the left knee. Fire log pose. Ankles stacked on top of knees, or taking the variation that works best for you. Inhale, slowly reach the arms coming all the way up. Exhale, left hand behind the left hip, right hand to the outer edge of the left thigh. Find a twist. Inhale, keep the right hand on the outer edge of that left thigh. Reach the left arm across the body. And keeping the lock of your heel locked on top of the knee, really bending into that right elbow to find your side stretch. Stay with this for 3. Keep reaching left fingertips across the body for 2. Take an inhale as you exhale, left tricep to the sole of your right foot. Reach your right arm up and back. Stay for 3. Take the twist as far as you can for 2. For 1, right hand goes behind the right hip, left sole of the foot taps to the outer edge of the right hip. Slide the right leg out, adjust your position, reach the left arm forward. We pulse, bounce, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Hip stretch. Blade edge of both feet. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the front foot, tap the right knee down. Ardha Hanuman, left toes come up. Soft bend into the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up, Anjaneyasana. Take an inhale. As you exhale, splice the arms. Press into the ball of the right foot. Right arm forward, left arm behind. Keep your gaze back, straighten through that left leg. And as though your left hand will touch that right heel, keep gazing with your right eyeball towards that left heel. We straighten through the left leg. If you feel that you need to float that left ball of the foot up, that's okay. We hold here, keep your gaze back, bend into the left knee, arch to the heart. You'll feel this more through the right hip flexor. Be gentle with your balance. Inhale, bring that right arm forward, left arm behind. Keep your gaze towards your left thumb. Gaze towards your right thumb, drop your right palm down. Bring your left arm forward, float your right leg up. Hover your right foot next to the left, tap left fingertips towards right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap the right foot down. Starting from the top, hip stretch, blade edge of both feet. Inhale, sweep it forward, frame the front foot, tap the right knee down. Ardha Hanuman, send it back. Soft bend into the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up. Exhale, splice the arms, find your balance, sink into the hips. Straighten through that left leg. We lean back, open up across chest and heart. Maintain your balance, bend into the left knee, feel the right hip flexor open, open, open. Inhale, reach that right arm forward, left arm back. Gaze back, look forward. Right palm comes down, left fingertips reach forward. We float the right toes up. Hover right foot next to left, tap with your left fingertips. Inhale, lengthen. I want you to feel this length from the left fingertips to your right heel. Take an inhale again. As you exhale, tap. This time you'll catch left hand to the outer edge of the right knee. We'll reach the fingertips behind you. So here, super important, using the left side to find balance through the right and stability. Stay here for 3, using the functional line for 2, for 1. Inhale, slowly drop the right palm down, left fingertips forward. Same way that we came in, we'll come out. Drop the right foot down, hip stretch. This time lower the right hip all the way down. Bring your left heel into the hip crease. So here you have a few options. Option 1, left heel into the right hip crease. We'll take the left hand behind the back, flex the right toes up, fold. If this is feeling a little bit foreign, option, left ankle to the top of the right thigh, reach the arms up, fold down. If this feels too painful, left sole of the foot into the soft of the right thigh. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, slowly fold all the way down, taking the option that works best for you. If you do have the option with the heel in the foot, try to square through the shoulders as you melt the chest all the way down. Good. Keep flexing the toes up towards the face again so you feel that line of tension behind the leg. And then we inhale, slowly, slowly lift up. Allow the left ankle, whichever option you had, to slide to the top of the right thigh. Use your hands next to the hips. Curl the right heel underneath. Now we will just let that left ankle slide in front of the right knee as we press forward into our figure 4 child's pose, or cat-cow, or tabletop. Figure 4 tabletop. And we will take our figure 4 cat-cow again. So as we inhale, just get really light on your right foot. And then as you exhale, roll back. Inhale, slow draw forward. Keep melting that left hip flexor down. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, roll forward. Surrender the heart and the hips forward. Exhale. Curl your right foot behind the left knee. Walk both back into the outer edge of that left hip. And for most of you, this might feel like it's pinching or really, really challenging and uncomfortable. I want you to close the mouth and breathe deeply through the nostrils and really slow the heart rate down. Let your body know that this is okay. Especially if we're sitting a lot in office chairs, this would feel really, really uncomfortable. And the stretch will probably release a lot of tension after the class. You may feel a little bit stiff, but the more you practice it, the more open the hips will become. And strengthening. Inhale, walk the palms forward. So we're going to curl, bring the right heel behind the hip. We're going to come into a figure 4 up dog variation. So rolling onto the inner edge of that left thigh, pull the heart forward. Stay with your breath here. Keep melting that left hip flexor as though it's going to touch the ground for 3, 2, 1. Curl, turn onto your right hip and press into the left sole of the foot. Step that left foot behind you. Lift up into your wild thing. Enjoy the stretch. Open up across that left hip flexor. So really, really focus on opening through the front body. Take an inhale. Drop your left palm down. Left knee in towards the nose. Second round, figure 4. Press the knee back, adjust your position. Notice the angle of the knee in line with the ankle. Gaze forward. Take your left shin behind both wrists and find a comfortable pigeon position. From this position, you have the option to either stay here or, to add more, float your right heel in towards the back. Walk the fingertips forward in front of that left shin, squaring off that front shin as much as possible. If you notice that you're squaring off, but it doesn't work with floating that back shin up, don't float the back shin up. Otherwise, if it feels comfortable, float the right heel up. Pause. Option 1, no heel. Option 2, heel comes up. Option 3, left hand comes to the front of the heel option. Use the right hand for support. Option 4, reach the right arm forward. To keep or to find this counterbalance, I'm really kicking into my left arm to make it work, reaching forward with the right. Stay with your breath here for 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. As you exhale, melt the chest down towards the mat. Squeeze the heel in towards the back. Now, this is quite an intense stretch for the hip flexor. If we don't have the foot, keeping the palms forward, squeeze the heel into the back actively as much as possible and just notice sensation. Stay with your breath for 5, for 3. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly, slowly release. Lift the chest up. Sweep your right heel in front of that left ankle. Press your left palm down into the mat. Right hand comes to the front of your left ankle. Revolve Chapasana. If you need to use a block here, pop a block under your left fingertips. Find length through your right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, draw the chest up. Right hand comes to the outer edge of your left knee. Option here, you can take the right hand to the outer edge of the foot, extended out gaze. Option towards your left or towards your left thumb. Finding your balance, stay for 3, 2. Inhale, slow gaze forward. Cross your left ankle on top of the right. Bend into your right knee. Palms come to chest. So connect the thumbs to sternum and the triceps just come in front of the shin. If this feels really challenging, bend the knees, pop blocks in front of you. You can rest on the blocks. We just hold the sensation with a bent knee first. Take an inhale. As you exhale, now option. You can press onto blocks as you straighten through the right leg. Keeping your figure 4, notice the angle of your knee to your ankle. So option, palms on the floor, palms on blocks, hands behind, interlace behind the right calf, and we just melt the chest down towards the shin, as we did in the seated position. And then we softly bend back into your right knee. Hug both hands around the foot and the left knee, left foot and left knee. Interlace the fingers and we slowly lift up. So I want you to straighten through the leg. If you need to bend the leg for balance first, that's fine. Keeping the same angle of knee to ankle, lift up only as far as feels right for you. So if for you, we're still somewhere here, that's totally okay. Just pull the heart forward. You can keep a soft bend through the knee or straighten or lifting all the way up. Equal angle, ankle to knee. Stay with this for 3. Pull the chest forward for 2, for 1. Very gently release. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up, thigh in towards the chest. Exhale, very gently cross your left thigh on top of the right. Eagle bind, right. This mic is getting in the way. Right tricep on top of left. We find a little bit more depth. Sink a little bit deeper. Option here, you can take left foot outer edge of right. Double bind. Sink, hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen. Step your left foot outside of the right foot. Revolve all the way around. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Heels in, toes out. Find your malasana. Long, slow, deep breaths before we go on the other side. deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Starting on the other side. So we very gently, if we press triceps into the soft of the thighs, draw the triceps away from the body, find length, use that resistance, find height. Take an inhale. As you exhale, tap your left knee down this time. Come onto the ball of your right foot and press that left hip flexor forward. And as though imagine that your body, your torso has become like the bone of a bow and you arching all the way forward. And then use your hand here if you need. Ground the right heel down. Find your malasana, find height. 2 more. Left palm comes down, left knee comes down. This is a super slow motion. And we exhale. Come back. Last round. Left palm comes down. Left knee comes down. Curl the left heel behind the knee. Press onto the ball of the right foot. You can use the right hand to help you. Surrender the left hip forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we come back. Option here, you can use your left hand to guide you, or you can use no hand. So if we are using a hand, left palm comes down, left knee comes down. Curl the left foot behind the left knee. Left hand towards the right foot, reach. Use the arms windscreen wiper. Bend into the right knee, drag the left heel in, malasana. No hands, left knee comes down, curl all the way around, reach. Inhale, slowly lift up, drag the foot back, malasana. Last round, tap the left knee down, curl, reach, hold for 3, 2, 1. Frame the front foot, curl your left foot behind the left knee, just center, bring your right foot on its blade edge to the center of the mat. And we bounce or we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten through the left leg, toes come up towards the face. Oscillating movement, bend into the right knee, we open through the hip. And then exhale, straighten. Flex the toes up towards the face. Notice the line of tension behind the right knee. Bend into the left knee. Pull the heart forward. Shimmy your right foot over towards your left hand. Now, as you lower the right hip down, keep pressing. If it's there for you, press onto the ball of the left foot, float the left knee up, hands next to hips, open up across chest and heart. If this feels too much, you can just untuck the foot, release the knee. Keep walking fingertips back, pull the heart forward, stay for 5, engaging through the hip flexor for 4. Take an inhale. Exhale, untuck the foot, release the knee. Hands on either side of the knee, right knee and right foot. Drag your left knee behind the right ankle and turn onto the top of the right foot, and we press the hip forward. So finding our position here in your figure 4 kneeling, camel, I'd call it. I want you to first just play with surrendering that right hip forward. Just play with surrendering the hip forward, noticing how it feels, noticing the angle of your knee to the ankle. Once you feel comfortable and stable, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up across the chest and the heart. Keep focusing on pressing your right hip more forward. Inhale, come back up to center. Gaze over your right shoulder, press into the ball of your left foot. Right hand catches, look over, press your right hip more forward. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, twist, right elbow goes towards the sole of the foot, reach your left arm up and back. I think on the other side I was reaching towards the foot, but I want you to reach up and back. Left hand comes behind the head. Inhale, press the hips forward. Take an inhale again, pluck the elbows back. Lean back, open up, press the right hip more forward. All right. Inhale, lift up. Gaze over your right shoulder, right hand towards the left heel. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Left hand behind left hip. We lift up, hold for your final round. Press the hips forward. Find your back bend. Stay with this for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to straight. Option here, hands or no hands, curl that left foot behind you. You can take a seat into your double pigeon. Option also, if you release the hands, hands go to either side of the knees. Find your double pigeon or your fire log pose. Fire log pose, option here. Ankle and knee stacked on top of ankle and knee, or just bring the right heel in front of the left knee. Going to where this works and feels right for you. Every part is progress. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers. Exhale, take the hands behind the head. Inhale, pluck the elbows back. As you exhale, I want you to bring the sternum, instead of focusing on bringing the nose so that we're rounding through the spine, pluck the elbows back, bring the sternum down towards the shin. Inhale, lift up. Extend, right heel forward, flex the toes, left elbow forward, twist. Inhale, lengthen, return the heel. Exhale, fold, flex the toes towards the knees, pluck the elbows back. Inhale, lift. On this round, as you extend the heel out, left hand catches the outer edge of the right foot, reach the right arm back, and let the force of you kicking into the hand help you twist. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gaze forward, right ankle goes to the top of the left thigh. We recline back into our reclined pigeon. Flex the toes back towards the knees. Again, I want you to focus on the angle of your right knee. If it's curling in, this means that we're not activating the hip to do its work in this position. I don't mind how deep you go. All I care for is just finding knee and ankle in alignment and pressing forward, trying to remove the imbalance here. It doesn't need to be intense. It can even be a little bit further away from the body if you need. And just holding it where it feels right for you, flexing toes back towards knees so that we're engaging the outer edge of that right hip. Stay with your breath. This is a nice little present. Take an inhale. As you exhale, extend the arms out towards the side. Bring your right sole of the foot to the outer edge of your right hip. Keep this figure 4 position and we twist. I want you to press the right knee really, really far away from the body. So press the right knee far away from the body as you feel into this twist. So it's really activating the inner edge of the thigh. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Gaze towards your left. You're going to bring the right palm down just to help you lift the top part of the torso up. Press into your left palm. Bring your left foot back onto the mat. You're going to press onto your left foot, left palm, and right foot. Keep this figure 4. As we press the hips forward, press into your left hand. Press the right knee away from the body. Reach the fingertips as though the right fingertips up and over. Really stretch. Keep pulling the right knee back as though it's going to touch the mat. Stay with this for 3, 2, 1. Look back towards your right ball of the foot and slide your left leg back. Flex the right toes up towards the face and just feel the line of tension. Give the body a bit of a rest. If you notice that you have come off the mat, please come back onto the mat. Also, it's fun to explore off the mat. Bend into the right knee, bounce. Straighten, flex the toes up. You can stay on the ball of your left foot, toes up on the right. Oscillating movement, bend into the right knee, pull the heart forward. Exhale, straighten. Last one, bend into the right knee, pull the heart open, gaze forward. Inhale, sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Scorpion the foot, bend into the knee. Step the right foot behind you. Lower the hips down. We're going to lower the right knee down. Press into the instep of your left foot and the front of the right shin. Pull the heart forward. Wild thing variation on the shin. Exhale, lower the sitting bones down. Left hand behind left hip. Press onto the sole of the right foot. Wild thing, enjoy. Open up through the right hip flexor. Gaze down towards your left palm. Reach the right leg up towards the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right knee in towards the nose, tiger curl. As you exhale, right ankle to the top of the left thigh. And again, I want you to focus on the angle of the ankle to the knee. If you see that the knee is curling up towards the rib cage, use the resistance to press it back. Gaze forward, inhale, slow roll forward, come into your figure four child's pose. Untuck the right foot and the toes. 3 rolls forward and back. Inhale, roll forward, get really light on your left leg. Exhale, slowly roll back. Inhale, roll forward, press the hip forward, open the heart. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, curl your left toes behind the right knee, fire log pose. We take a seat. Again, taking the fire log that works best with your body. Inhale, slowly reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand outer edge of your right thigh. Right fingertips come behind the hip. Find your twist. Find your twist as you lift the rib cage up and over. Finding space for your breath. Take an inhale. Left hand stays on the outer edge of the right thigh. That was a bit of a slap. And as we reach across the body to find the side stretch, I'm really engaging my right ankle. So the opposite ankle, right ankle, using my left hand, but engaging my right ankle to allow the stretch to occur through the side body without losing its strength and its potency. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Right tricep comes to the sole of the right foot. Feel into the twist as you reach your left hand up and across the body. Take your gaze there. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Left hand goes behind the left hip. Right sole of the foot comes to the outer edge of the right hip. Slide your left leg behind you. Assist your left palm in line with right foot. Reach the right fingertips forward and we bounce. Pause. Hip stretch, blade edge of your right foot, hip outer edges of both feet. Inhale, sweep the right arm forward, tap your left knee down. Ardha Hanuman, toes come up. Soft bend into the right knee, reach the fingertips coming all the way up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, splice the arms, press into the ball of that left foot. Straighten through the right arm, reach the right fingertips towards the back of that left heel, straighten through your right leg. Gaze over, find your left heel with your left eyeball. Maintaining this position, bend into the right knee, arch through the heart. Stay with your breath, feel this in your left hip flexor. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, right arm behind, gaze back. Gaze forward, left palm comes down, reach the right arm forward, left heel comes up, find a long line of tension, right fingertips to left heel. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover, left foot next to right, right fingertips tap to touch. Inhale, lengthen. Step that left foot behind you, starting from the top, hip stretch, blade edge of both feet. Inhale, sweep the right arm forward, tap the left knee down. Ardha Hanuman, we find peace. Bend into the right knee, sweep the fingertips coming all the way up. Take an inhale. Exhale, splice the arms. So when we splice the arms also, you might notice that you're losing balance because the right knee is spinning out as you twist the body open. Keep pressing your knee towards the midline of the body. This will help you to maintain your balance while also pressing onto the ball of that back foot. Keep your gaze towards the right or towards the right thumb. Slowly lean back, straighten through that right leg. Catch onto the back of that left heel. Bend into the right knee, arch through the heart. Inhale, reach the left arm forward. We reset, gaze back. Drop the left palm down, right arm forward. Float the left heel up, find length. Reach right fingertips towards the left big toe. Inhale, lengthen, find a long line. Hover, tap to touch. Take your right hand to the outer edge of the left knee this time. Find your twist. So again, to find your balance in these twists and with also the gaze, press the knee towards the midline of the body. Take your gaze behind you, and here we're using the opposite side of the body as a counterweight to find stability. Stay with your breath here for 3, 2, 1. Slow gaze forward. Left arm comes forward, so we cartwheel or roll half moon. We tap the left foot down. Hip stretch this time, lower that left hip all the way down. Curl your right heel into the soft of the right hip. So option 1, we lengthen through the spine, flex the left toes up. Option 1, right hand curls behind the back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Keeping the shoulders square, we fold down. Option 2, right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Option 3, right sole of the foot to the inner soft of the left thigh. Flex the toes up. Inhale, and as you exhale, it's a slow fold down. Inhale, and then as you exhale, it's a slow fold down. Staying with your breath. Stay with whichever option works best. Sorry, the microphone keeps sliding out. Oh dear. Keep staying with your breath for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly lift up. Just allow the right ankle to slide to the top of the left thigh. Curl the left ankle behind you as you press forward. We're going to take 3 more rounds of that cat-cow variation. So as you inhale, slow draw forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, surrender the right hip flexor forward. Exhale, send it back. Last round, inhale, press forward. Exhale, send it back. Bring your left toes behind the right knee. Walk both hands over towards the left-hand side and really press back into your right hip, the outer edge of that right hip. Check to see the knee and ankle angle. You can increase it if it feels too much, that there's too much pressure. Stay with your breath. 2, 1. Walk the palms back to forward. So as though we're coming into a figure 4, upward facing dog or high cobra, very gently melt the pubic bone down towards the mat, inner edge of the right knee and hip flexor. Pull the heart forward. Stay with your breath. Keep melting the pubic bone down for 3, 2, 1. Press onto the ball of your left foot, press onto your left hip and the sole of the right foot. Step your right foot behind you, press onto your left sole of the foot, lift up, find your wild thing and enjoy. Enjoy the stretch. Gaze down towards your left palm. Drop your right palm down, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, right knee towards nose, tiger curl, shoulder, heads beyond fingertips. Right ankle on top of left thigh, press back into your figure 4. Bring your right shin behind both wrists. Come into your preparation of pigeon. Option 1, stay here, bring the palms forward. Option 2, float that left heel up. Option 3, right hand towards the front of that left shin. Keep the left palm forward. Option 4, left arm reaches forward. To counterbalance, we really have to kick into the front of that left shin. Stay with your breath. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we fold. This is quite an intense stretch. We squeeze the heel into the back and we melt the chest down. Stay super gentle through this stretch. If we do not have a hold of that back ankle, we just squeeze the heel in actively, point through the toes. Or we squeeze it in. Stay with your breath. For 5, for 3, for 1. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly release, lift the chest up. Sweep your left heel in front of the right ankle. Press your right palm down. Left hand catches the front of the right ankle as you press your shin towards the back of the room. Find length through your left leg. Use a block here if you need. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Release the left hand from the right foot. Draw the right thigh in towards the chest. Left hand catches the outer edge of the right knee. Reach the right arm behind you. Draw the right knee towards the midline, or left hand catches outer edge of that left foot. Stay with the breath. Gaze towards the right or the right thumb. Inhale, gaze forward. As you exhale, right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Option here, we bending into that left knee first. So option reaching for blocks, reaching for the ground, or connecting thumbs to sternum and press the triceps back onto the shins. Stay with your breath. Flex the right toes towards right knee. Stay for 3, 2, 1. Straighten the left leg. Option use your blocks. Option plant the hands on the floor. Gaze towards the knee. Option 3, catch the hands, interlace the fingers behind the left calf and really melt the sternum down towards the shin. Stay with your breath here for 3, 2, notice your balance. 1, bend back into your left knee. Hook, hug your both elbows around the front of that right shin as you draw all the way up. Coming up only as far or as high as feels right for you, keeping ankle and knee in alignment. Stay with your breath for 3, 2, 1. Very gently release all the way back down. Inhale, sweep, draw the right thigh in towards the chest. Right thigh crosses on top of the left. Find your eagle bind option. Ball of the right foot, single bind, double bind. Left ankle comes to, left elbow finds the top of the right, and we sink all the way down. Stay with your breath. Inhale, stand to rise. Step the right foot. If you come off the mat, that's fine. Revolve all the way around. Inhale, sweep the arms up, heels in, toes out. Find your malasana, palms to chest. Take an inhale. As you exhale, plant the palms, come into your forward fold. First 2 fingers around big toes. Inhale, half a look up, lengthen. Exhale, bend into the elbows, fold all the way down, and just allow a heaviness through the head. Option, you can sway through the hips if that feels good, or just allow a pure heaviness. Inhale, half a look up, walk the palms forward, come into your downward facing dog. Very gently pedal into the feet. Dip into the hips, engage the muscles through the backs of the legs. When you feel that you've taken enough movement, find stillness in your downward facing dog. 3 rolls forward and back. So as you inhale, slow draw forward. Come into your high plank. As you exhale, soft bend into the knees, hips back towards heels. 2 more rounds. Inhale, slow draw forward. Exhale, soft bend into the knees, hips back towards heels. Last round, inhale, slow draw forward. Exhale, soft bend into the knees, hips back towards heels, downward facing dog. Just take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Sun salutation A, gaze up between the thumbs, slightly bending at the knees. Hop, jump, step. Inhale, half a look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up. Exhale, slowly bring the palms to chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half a look up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale as you plant the palms, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Second round, gaze up between the thumbs, slightly bending at the knees. Jump, step, hop, handstand, float. Inhale, half a look up. Exhale to fold. Just remember that this is your practice. Inhale, slowly reach the arms coming all the way up. Exhale, slowly bring palms to chest. So whatever you feel that you need to do or to take, please take that option. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlace the fingers, soft bend into the knees, arch through the heart, lean back. And then as you exhale, we fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up, option, handstand, step, jump, float. Chaturanga, inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. This is your final round. Please just take it in your own time. If you're unsure, still cue, but otherwise take it in your own time. Take as long as you need, move as quickly as you need when you're ready. Gaze up between the thumbs, slightly bending at the knees. Hop, step, jump, float. Inhale, half a look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up. Exhale, slowly bring the palms to chest. And we pause here for just a little bit longer. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Peel the eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms coming all the way up. Soft bend into the knees, arch through the heart. Lean back. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half a look up. Hop, step, jump, float, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky, strong point. As you exhale, right knee in towards nose, tiger curl. Right ankle crosses on top of the left thigh. Checking to see the angle of the ankle and the knee. From this position, turn onto the outer edge of your left foot and we squat all the way back, hips towards heel. Drop the right palm down, turn onto the inner edge of your left foot, squat all the way back. Slide your right leg out, come into your fallen triangle, open up across the chest and the heart. Turn the chest down towards the mat, reach the left fingertips forward. Drag your left foot over the right. Right hand catches the front of the right ankle. Press the shin towards the back of the room, open up across chest and heart. Take an inhale. As you exhale, step the right foot behind you and reach the right arm forward, left arm behind. What we did while we were kneeling, bend into the right knee, straighten through the left. You do not need to touch any part of this back, this right calf. Rebend into your left knee, reset. Drop the right hand down, reach the left fingertip forward. Find a long line from left fingertips to right heel. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover, hold. So using compression through the belly. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, option catch, left hand to the outer edge of the right knee. So this is your option 1. Your option 2, left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Right ankle comes into the inner edge of your left hip crease. So option 1, left hand catches the right foot. Reach the right arm up. Bend your knee till you reach the ground. You can also use a block here under your right hand and straighten the leg. So we are folding with a straight leg, super important. Otherwise, option, right hand comes behind the back. Reach the left arm up, take an inhale. To reach the floor, we bend into the knee first for stability. Drop the left palm down, melt the chest down or the sternum down towards the knee. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend back into your left knee. Slide your right ankle down to the top of your left thigh, and we very, very gently bring the fingertips down onto either blocks or down onto the mat. Now your option here is you can press into the palms, curl the right toes behind the tricep, and just feel the weight of the body on those triceps. Feel the weight of the body so you can really come onto the ball of that left foot, lean forward. Option 1, stay with the left ball of the foot down. Option 2, point through the left toes. Option 3, extend that left leg all the way out. Hold for 5. Whatever option you've taken, return the left knee to the back of the right ankle. We're going to jump both of them back. Figure 4 high plank. Figure 4 high plank. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, lift up, high cobra, hold the figure 4. Turn onto your left hip, step the right foot behind you, wild thing, lift up. Gaze down towards your left hand, step the right foot forward, lift up, warrior 1. Inhale, lift the left leg up, cross left thigh on top of right, right elbow on top of left, and we sink all the way down. Good. Inhale, slowly lift up, draw the left thigh in towards the chest. Exhale, left foot next to the right. Sweep up, take a slight back bend. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Option, you can step, jump, float, fly, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 3 long, slow, deep breaths. So this is quite fun. It does take a little bit to think what you're doing. There's so much going on. So just taking your time. Going on the other side, inhale, reach the left leg up towards the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left knee in towards the nose, tiger curl. Left ankle crosses on top of the right thigh. Find the angle of the ankle and the knee. Turning onto the outer edge of the right foot, bend into the knee, squat the hip back towards the heel. Inhale, lengthen through that right leg, drop the left palm down, turn to the instep of the right foot, left hip down towards heel. Slide your left leg out, press the hips up towards the sky, expand, 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 expand. Turn the chest down towards the mat, press into your left palm, drag the right foot up and over, top right hand corner of the mat. Right hand catches the front of that left foot. Press the left shin out behind you. Find length. Option here, you can use a block under the left hand. Take a slight bend in through the right knee. Stay with your breath for 3, 2, 1. Release right hand from the left foot. Draw the left thigh in towards the chest. Option, right hand to the outer edge. Draw the left knee to the inner midline of the body, or right hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Option, gaze back towards your left thumb. Take an inhale, gaze forward, left heel to the soft of the right thigh. Option 1, reach the left arm up, bend into your right knee. So we want to bend the knee so it makes it easier, more stable for us to touch down towards the mat. Or option, left hand goes behind the back. Slowly reach the right arm up. As we did throughout the whole class, keep pressing that left hip more forward. Right arm comes up. Exhale, bend into that right knee, but we finish with a straight leg. Allow the fold. Perhaps you shift your gaze inward and upwards, either towards the knee. Notice your balance. Soft bend into the left knee. Allow the left ankle to slide to the top of that right thigh. Now we can plant the hands on blocks, come onto the ball of that right foot, or we can plant the palms. And really bend into the elbows as though you're doing a chaturanga. Hug the elbows in towards the midline of the body. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. Feel the pressure, feel the weight of the body. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, point through the toes. Option 3, hug or curl your left toes strongly around the right tricep. Keep the chaturanga through the arms. Extend the right leg out. Hold. Right knee catches the back of the left ankle. Whatever option you have, jump it back. And find your figure 4 high plank. Chaturanga in your figure 4, all the way down. Just be really light with the pressure of your right leg on that left ankle. So press into the palms, lift up, surrender that left hip flexor forward, pull the heart forward. Roll into your right hip and the left sole of the foot. Left foot goes behind the leg. Slowly lift across the heart, really opening into your left hip flexor. Gaze down towards your right palm. Drop your left palm down, left leg up towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, step that left foot forward. Come into your warrior 1. Sweep the arms coming all the way up. I'm not too strict on alignment when it comes to warrior 1, wherever it feels right for your hips. Just sweeping the arms up, grounding down. Inhale, take all of the weight into your left foot. Right thigh on top of left. Left elbow finds the weight on top of the right. And option here, you can press the foot down, curl, double bind, single bind, whatever works best for you. Inhale, slowly reach up, draw the right thigh in towards the chest, right foot next to left, chair preparation, sweep the arms back, sweep the arms up, take a back bend, and then as you exhale, forward fold. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky, strong point. Exhale, right knee towards nose, tiger curl. Shift all the way forward. Curl, hunch through the shoulders. Right ankle on top of left thigh, press it back, figure 4. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Turn into the instep of your left foot. Revolve all the way around. Staying in your figure 4 position, I want you to bring your hands next to the hips. Turn the fingertips towards the back of the mat or the top end of the mat. Press into the ball of your left foot. Press the right knee away from you as you press the hips towards the heels. Stay with your breath for 3, 2, 1. Take a seat as you recline all the way back. So modification on your figure 4 or reclined pigeon. I want you to extend your left leg out, keeping your figure 4, so the angle of your ankle and the knee. Reach for your left big toes. Wherever you're at, just drawing the left knee closer to the body. You can catch behind the calf. You can catch just below the knee. Ankle, foot, toes, whatever's there for you. The main point is I want you to keep the pelvis or the tailbone down towards the mat, so we're not lifting all the way up here. We're just staying here, so we're feeling line of tension, outer edge of right hip and behind your left leg. Very gently release, bring the right sole of the foot towards the outer edge, and I just want you to enjoy the twist here. Supine twist. I did notice before that my pelvis was lifting up. Don't do that. Allow the body to just simply simmer in everything and all the movements that we've had today. Turn onto your left shoulder, press your right palm down, lift the chest up, press onto the right ball of the foot, and we're just going to reach the right leg all the way up. Inhale, slow draw forward, high plank, three-legged, chaturanga, drop the right foot down. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, high cobra. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg up towards the sky. Strong point. Exhale, left knee in towards the nose, tiger curl. Cross your left ankle on top of your left thigh, figure four, press it back. Press onto the ball of the right foot, instep of your right foot, revolve all the way around. Fingertips point towards the back, press into the heel of the hands, press into the ball of the foot. Press the left knee away from the body as you press the sitting bones towards the heel. You can bring the hands of the heels a little bit closer. If you're not feeling anything, don't worry, just pull the heart forward, stay for 3, 2. I notice that as I press the left knee further out, I feel more. For 2, 1, very gently release, lower the sitting bones down, recline all the way back, flex the toes towards the knees. Option here, grab below, try not to grab the knee, grab below the knee, calf, ankle, toes, sole of the foot. Again, just remembering angle of the ankle to the knee, melting the sitting bones down or the pelvis down more. So you just want to feel that line of tension behind your right leg while still engaging the outer edge of that left hip. So keep pressing the left knee away from the body. Stay with your breath for 5, 3, ground down through the pelvis. 2, deep breath in. As you exhale, release. Left sole of the foot taps down. Just enjoy your supine twist. Extend the legs out. Look over your right shoulder, drop your left palm down, lift the chest up, press into your right palm and press into the ball of your right foot. You can just adjust back onto the mat, sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Ooh. Inhale, slow draw forward, three-legged high plank, chaturanga. Left foot next to right. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, high cobra. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Gaze up between the palms, slightly bending at the knees. Jump, step, hop, float, feet outside the hands. Come into your malasana, find height. Take an inhale. As you exhale, take a seat. Soles of the feet come together. Press the knees out towards the side. Pull the heart forward, and as you exhale, slowly, slowly melt all the way down. Option, if melting all the way down doesn't work, fingertips behind the hips. Pull the heart forward, roll the shoulder heads back. Good, inhale, slowly, slowly lift up, press into the soles of the feet, heels in line with hips, reclining all the way down. Option here, you can come into your bridge pose or into your full wheel. This is entirely your choice. So option 1, press into the heels, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulder heads back, press the collarbones up towards the throat. Actually, we'll start here. Everyone lifting up here, interlace the fingers, press into the heel, squeeze the knees slightly closer together. For 5, 4, Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly release. Option for your second round to lift back up into your bridge pose or to come up into your full wheel pose, your Urdhva Dhanurasana option. So if you're taking your bridge pose, we'll lift up. Otherwise, bringing the fingertips behind the shoulders, press into the palms, lifting up. Keep pressing the shoulders beyond the wrist line. And if it is, you can walk the fingertips back. Oh, hearing a few cracks. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly bend into the knees, lower the crown of the head down. Soles of the feet come in together. Allow the knees to fall out to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. Just allow the body to neutralize. And as you start to find your breath again, I want you to notice the sounds around you. Notice how the quality of the air, how it feels on your skin. Notice how your clothes feel on your skin. Notice the effort behind your breath. Perhaps the heat coming off from under the skin. Just noticing. When you feel that you've had enough of your Supta Baddha Konasana option, you can stay. If you prefer, I much prefer taking my Shavasana in this position. It just helps my hips. If you're done, draw the knees together, extend the body all the way out. Come into your Shavasana, taking up as much space as you need on the mat. And just listening to the sound of my voice. Listening to the sound of my voice. As you keep resting in your Shavasana, I just want you to take note or pay attention to any emotions that may have arisen or come up for you during this class. Generally, when we're working with the hips, we may feel tension, tightness, and even frustration when it feels difficult or challenging. Whatever emotions came up for you, I'd like for you to not take them personally. Let them be the indicator or a teacher pointing in the distance for a point of growth. Let whatever came up be washed over with a soothing, calming compassion. Knowing that everything is possible and you are so capable. Whatever emotions arise and whatever thoughts come up to tell you otherwise, this is your reminder that it is all possible. Everything starts and ends with you. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you need. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you